Okay, anyway, this session will be helpful. No issue. We'll discuss 1 hour. Okay. See, as I told you, previously we do have only server side controller. Okay. Previously we do have server side controller. So let us talk about an Akshit perspective. Akshit, you haven't seen, right, that one? You haven't seen that one, right? So how many of you know about this HTML development, web pages development? How many of you know about this web pages development, guys? How many of you know about this web pages development? See, all the tags are in HTML, right? HTML tags. Are you aware of this HTML tags? HTML, first thing, HTML. Wait, do you know this HTML? HTML. Akshit, you know it, right? HTML. Yes. What does HTML? Everything like this pick list, input values, names, what we can say, checkboxes, radio buttons, all this stuff. If I want to make any web page, I need these HTML tags, right? I need these HTML tags, right? Any web page, see, we do have something called model view controller, MVC architecture. Model, second one is view, third one is controller. Okay, model view controller. Let us say view is the see interaction part, like where user can interact, user interaction, UI. Okay, user interaction, UI. View can be an interaction part, UI, user interaction. And what is model? What is model? Model means nothing but database, right? Model is nothing but database, right, guys? Model is nothing but database. We have the database, the to and fro data from UI to database, the to and fro the data between you and UI and database, to and fro data between you and UI and database. Again, I'm saying to and fro moving of data between UI and database is taken care by controller. Up to here clear? Any doubts, guys? Up to here clear? Any doubts? Please do respond. Sandhya, Akshit, clear, right? We have already discussed, for your understanding, I am saying. Okay. But even if you don't know, please try to understand, right? Yeah. I told you previously we have the Salesforce used to have, let me tell you, any language, for any language, they are having their specific tags. Okay, they are having their own specific tags, let us say, I mean, where it is. Yeah, yeah. Any, it's for any language they are having, in order to create this, in order to create the pick list value, in order to create one radio button, in order to create the input tag, in order to create some input value, they are having their own tags. Okay, but at the end of the day, browser can understand only HTML tags. Okay, browser can understand only HTML tags, right? Hypertext markup language, browser can understand only HTML tags. Fine. Is this point clear? Browser can understand only HTML tags. See, previously we do have something called visual force tags. So when I use this visual force, what happened? You can see. Did you get a chance to go to switch to classic here? There is something called switch to classic Salesforce. There is something called switch to classic Salesforce. See, when I click on this, previously Salesforce UI user interface looks like this. Have you seen any time by chance? Have you seen any time by chance, guys? Please, yes or no, can you tell me, have you seen any time by chance? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Okay, no issue. You can direct learn in a on the path only you can learn. Fine. See, when I use Visual Force tags, this is the UI that I can see. Fine. Now I told you why we need lightning. Why we need lightning. I told you previously we do have only server side controller. Previously we do have server side controller which is taking burden, which is causing burden on causing burden on system. Let us say first starts from view, which means UI. When I click on button, my control goes to controller. Then simply we have model. I am writing here. Please do observe. Model means database. Here we call it as S object, right? So for our term, I will write in a Salesforce terminology S object. Okay. Salesforce terminology. We have something called Apex. Okay. We have something called VF tags, Visual Force Page tags, VF tags, right? This is the previous structure of or previous architecture of Salesforce we have. This is the thing. Now, when it comes to lightning, apart from it, we do have another controller. Right? Which we call it as server side controller. We write them in an JS. Okay. We write them in a JavaScript. Okay. Now the to-end flow of data flow will be like this. Instead of this Visual Force tags, we have lightning Aura components or LWC components. LWC is very recent components. Okay. Is this part clear, guys? Up to here. Is this part clear? See, this thing, if you know these two things, LWC understanding will be very, very easy. Whatever the highlighted part, right? Whatever the highlighted part you can see, if you know these two things, that will be very, very easy. Any doubts here, guys? Up to here, any doubts? Any doubts? Everyone?
No, sir.
Right. So, without wasting your time, I'll start coding. See, if you want to develop an Aura components, or if you want to work with Visual Force pages, just our developer console is enough. If you want to work with our Visual Force pages or previously Lightning Aura components, our developer console is enough. But if you want to work with LWC components, you need to install Visual Studio. Is this point clear or not? Please tell me.
Clear, sir. Clear, sir.
Yeah, first try to install the Visual Studio first. Okay, we need to install the Visual Studio, and you have to install Java as well. Java, there is some exe file, Java something you need to install. Then only this Visual Studio for LWC will work. Otherwise, it will not work. Will you try from your end installation part? It is free only. You can it is self-explanatory in YouTube as well. or you can download. No need to buy the purchase this Visual Studio software. In generally, how will you install the Google Chrome and small things, right? Applications. By the same way, you can install this Visual Studio Code. I will tell you how to connect this Visual Studio Code to. I will tell you how to connect this Visual Studio Code to Arc. Okay, that we will discuss later. I will tell you. So can you guys install this one? Have you anyone of you installed? If you guys install, then if you can share your screen, then I will show you what are the extensions that we need to add. Okay, by chance, can you do it in next session? For next session, are you ready with this installation in your in your laptop? Just installing Visual Studio Code and Java, that's it. How to connect the org and get this stuff, I will explain. Getting this stuff, every component, I will explain. Will you do it for me? Guys, please respond. Will you do it for me?
Yes, sir. Only installing this VS Code.
Yes, only installing VS Code and Java as well.
I mean, we do have any versions like that, sir, in Java?
Not too recent, at least some basic 8 something like
Latest like that?
latest, which is
Okay, sir.
compatible to your system. That's fine.
Okay, sir. Sure, sure.
If you
Sure,
click,
sir. Will do that.
if you search in YouTube also, they will show you step by step. But anyway, if the video is older now, then the versions are changed. Like, but the process is same. For VS, excuse me. For Visual Studio Code, no issue. But for installing Java, check for the versions. Go to the latest video in YouTube. Go to the latest video in YouTube. You can see. Okay, fine. Now we will discuss. We will discuss that one. See, we do have. I'll show you. This is like our project. Okay, this is like our project. Fine. Once you got it, I will tell you. Once you got it, what are the first thing? The main thing you need to do, you need to add installations. I will show you Salesforce CLI, how to do installations. See, when you click on, see that I will explain practically. If you anyone guys open that one, then I can show you how to install these extensions. When you click on this view, you will see there are some extensions you need to add. See, I have installed this Apex, I have installed this interactive debugger. There is something called Salesforce CLI. This is also you need to install Salesforce CLI. Salesforce CLI, automatically it will suggest all the installation. When you click on Salesforce CLI, Salesforce CLI, it will suggest the installation. Just click on install. That will be fine. But in real time, you don't do these things. Okay. Once company laptop, they will give, now they will install all these stuff and they will give you. But for our local system, you need to install, right? Are you getting my point? Once you are in a job, that is fine. They will, networking people will come and help you how to install this stuff. Okay, it is not your job, fine, but you should know, right? What are the extensions, what are the things, like that is a minimum basic that you should know. Okay, fine, cool. And after installing these stuff, and one more thing, very important one, command palette. When you go to this command palette, there only we need to authorize your org. Authorization means, authorization is nothing but you have your Salesforce org, right? Salesforce org, right? We need to connect this Visual Studio Code and org code, right guys? Okay, let me explain in Telugu. మీ అందరికి org ఉంది కదా?
ఉంది, సార్.
ఉంది కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఆర్గ్ లో ఎపెక్స్ క్లాసెస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఆర్గ్ లో చాలా కాంపోనెంట్స్, ఎపెక్స్ క్లాసెస్ అన్ని ఉంటాయి. సో మీ ఆర్గ్ ని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకో. ఈ విజువల్ స్టూడియో కోడ్ నుంచి మీ ఆర్గ్ కి కనెక్ట్ చేసుకుని అవన్నీ ఇక్కడ డంప్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఓకేనా? సరే, మీకు ఇంకా క్లియర్గా అర్థం కావడానికి చెప్తాను. ఫైన్. ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఏంటండి? డీజే టాస్క్ ఉంది, కనిపిస్తుందా? ఇదేంటి కనిపిస్తుందా? కెన్ యూ సీ దిస్ వన్? డీజే టాస్క్, రైట్? సో which means I can connect able to whatever the code I have written here, that will see ఈ ఆర్గ్తో నేను కనెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నా నా విజువల్ స్టూడియో కోడ్ నుంచి. ఓకే, ఇది నేను మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి డమ్మీ ఆర్గ్ ఇది. పైన ఇక్కడ ఇంకోటి చూడండి, ఇదే నా దాంట్లో విజువల్ స్టూడియో కోడ్ ఒకటే ఉంది, బట్ నేను ఇక్కడ ఇంకో విండో ఓపెన్ చేసి ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇది కనిపిస్తుందా మీకు? విఎస్ కోడ్ ఆర్గ్ అని సంథింగ్ వేరేది. గైస్ కెన్ యూ సీ?
ఎస్ సార్.
దీని అర్థం ఏంటి? నేను ఇంకొక ఆర్గ్ కనెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నా. ఎక్కడ కనెక్ట్ చేశాను? నా ప్రాజెక్ట్ రిలేటెడ్ స్టఫ్ కనెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నా. అర్థమైందా మీకు? ఈ పాయింట్ క్లియరా? బేసిక్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ కనెక్టింగ్ ఆర్గ్ అనేది. ప్లీజ్ టెల్ మీ ఎస్ ఆర్ నో. అర్థం కాకపోతే మళ్ళీ చెప్తా. సరే ఫైన్. ఇప్పుడు మీ లోకల్ ఆర్గ్ ఒకటి ఉంటే చెప్పండి, చెప్తా. Guys, can you tell me? Can you see? First, we have to see. Please try to note these steps. మీ ఆర్గ్ ఒకటి ఉంది కదా, ఆల్రెడీ వర్కింగ్ ఆర్గ్, అది చెప్తారు కదా, మీ యూజర్ నేమ్ పాస్వర్డ్ ఉంది కదా గైస్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో టెల్. యూజర్ నేమ్ పాస్వర్డ్ లేకుండా ఎలా లాగిన్ అవుతారు సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ కి? ఉన్నది కదా మీకు ఆర్గ్, మీ డీటెయిల్స్, మీ డమ్మీ ఆర్గ్, రైట్? అబ్జర్వ్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. ఈ ఇన్స్టలేషన్స్ అన్ని అయిపోయిన తర్వాత, once completion of all these installation, the first step is create a project with manifest. Okay, just click on standard project. Okay, give the project name as hdemo. I am writing this thing, right? Let it connect. See, it will redirect to your it will redirect to your PC. It will redirect to your PC. There, use something called hdemo. ఒక ఫోల్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది. ఇట్ విల్ క్రియేట్ వన్ project. Path doesn't exist. Okay, let me create one. No. ఏదో డెస్క్టాప్ లో వచ్చేస్తలే. అక్కడ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? మీకు ఇంకోటి ఓపెన్ అయిందా? హెచ్డెమో అని చెప్పని, హెచ్డెమో అని ఓపెన్ అయిందా? ఫస్ట్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇందులో ఉన్న కోడ్ అంతా కూడా ఆ దాంట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోద్ది. ఏదైతే ఫోల్డర్ ఉందో దాంట్లోకి వెళ్తుంది. ఇందులో ఏమైనా కోడ్ తెచ్చుకుంటే అందులోకి వెళ్ళి స్టోర్ అవుద్ది, రైట్? లెట్ us చెక్ విత్ దేర్ న్యూ ఫోల్డరే కదా నేను యూజ్ చేసింది. వేర్ ఈస్ మై న్యూ ఫోల్డర్? ఇక్కడ హెచ్డెమో క్రియేట్ అయిందా? ఇది మన స్టాండ్. ఆగండి, ఇక్కడ మీకు ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ఇది మన స్ట్రక్చర్ అన్నమాట. చూడండి, విఎస్ కోడ్, ఫోర్స్ యాప్, మేనిఫెస్ట్. ఇక్కడ మీరు ఏదైతే చూస్తున్నారో అవన్నీ అక్కడ ఉంటాయి. whatever the things that you are seeing here, those can be visible there. Where is my folder? See, VS Code config force app manifest. VS Code config force app manifest. E point clear? E point clear? First, create project with manifest. Ante, whenever I'm trying to work with this particular some part of some specific org, I need to store the data into one folder. It will store the data. Okay. Okay, wait. No default org set. Yes, we can access. That's why. That's what I'm trying. I will access your org action. You tell me. Now go to view. Click on command palette. See, now my project creation is done. Then you need to authorize org. Okay. It will redirect to your web browser. Just wait. It will redirect to web browser, or it will ask something. Sorry, again I missed this one. Okay. See, whether you want to access standard project or sandbox, whatever it is, our URL is login.salesforce, right, guys? Our URL is login. The dummy arg URL is also login.salesforce, right? So click on this login.salesforce. I'll write it as this Akshit. Since I am trying to access Akshit, or I'm using Akshit. Whatever name you can use, that meaningful. Now it will redirect to some web page. Or if you are having multiple tabs, now go here and check. Something happens, just wait for a while. Why? Because automatically I do have this many things, right? Yes, see, automatically open. Wait. We need password actually. See, I didn't press any tab. Please do remember, I didn't press any tab. I didn't press anything. Automatically, the Salesforce page will be open, right? Now tell me. Now tell me your username and password. Whatever org you need to like. Can you tell me Akshit's your username and password? Akshit Nambiar. Just a moment. Where is this? You need to showcase your password as well. Can you tell me your password, Akshit? You don't know your R credentials. Why you kept I guess? Okay. Control V login. Let me check. Got a mail. Tell me that verification code. Tell me that verification code. 656026656 right. See, once if you are able to log in, new password. I am putting lightning at the rate of 123. LIGHTNING lightning at the rate of 123. Change password. See, can you read this? Salesforce CLI is asking to Salesforce CLI is asking to access your everything, your code. Yes, just allow it. Which means from my VS Code, I am accessing. I am trying to access this arc. Now I can able to access that. I can successfully log into your arc. Through where? through where I have connected from my VS Code. See, from my VS Code, HDMO, see, authorize an org successfully run, right? Okay, please do observe carefully. Most of the times, 99% we work with this force app. We work with force app. Within this force app one, we have classes, ARA, LWC, everything, triggers, whatever you need. Is this point clear? Is this point clear? Up to here,
Clear,
any
sir.
doubts, guys? Yeah, please observe. Any classes here, guys? Any classes here? No, right? Actually, Akshit should have classes, right? Definitely, you should have some Apex classes. Hey, you don't have this developer console, man. There is some settings you need to enable. Oh my God. No, 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 no. I missed. My bad, my bad. Just wait. We are getting edit page. We should have develop. Why you don't have developer console? Do we have? Is that only user you have, Akshit? You told me any different user apart from your system admin. Yeah, that you need to say, right? Why you said the other one? Okay. Wait. For authorizing this Akshit, I'll remove this one. Mhm. We can remove this. Delete, delete, delete. I'll lose myself. Okay, we will do. Yeah, Dilip, can you tell me your ARC credentials? So we can now would like to access Dilip. See how to access the ARC at view, check for command palette, check for command palette. First, you need to create project with manifest. That I have done. Creation of project with manifest I have done. Next, we have authorize an ARC. Then go with login.salesforce.com. Okay, same. If I want to use the same name, enter an org as, see, same this VS code will be there. Okay, or else I can go with delete now. Hmm. Can you tell me your username, Dilip? Oh my God, guys, you are not at all opening your thing, na? Then how can you practice, guys, if you don't open your organ? Sandhya, can you tell me your username password? At least you know your username and password. See, this is very bad. If you don't know your username, it will show you your irresponsible behavior. Like if you don't know your username and passwords. Sanja, do you know or you don't know at least? What actually is it? A system admin one? Okay, right. Let us try with Akshit only. Hmm. Text it to your number. Please tell me verification code. You are not at all opening your orgs. That's why it is keep on asking passwords. Akshit, you remember lightning at the rate of 123 L capital. Without practice, there is no use, guys. So click on allow. Lightning, no E. Okay, there is no E between T and N, right? Yeah. See, okay, now you have developer console successfully. Let us go here. Okay, authorize and not successfully ran. Fine. See, at this point of time, I don't have any classes. At this point of time, I don't have any classes. Let us go to here and check whether we have some Apex classes for Akshit or not. Anything, whatever it is. In org, there are so many validation rules, triggers, formula fields, anything. Uh, is this yours, Akshit? Developer console? Open. Okay. This is your classes only, right? Three classes are there. Fine. So now I would like to get these classes into my org. Yeah, guys, sorry. I lost your connection. Okay. So you can hear me right, Night? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right. So you are clear, right? How to at least authorize this one? No, we are at the getting the classes, right? How to retrieve the classes from your org, right? How to retrieve the classes from your org, you need to check. Okay. So it's being already recorded. Fine. Click on the cloud symbol. Click on the cloud symbol. Fine. Once you click on the cloud symbol, just wait. It will, since my network data I have connected with my mobile phone, it will take some time. See, we got all the stuff in the Salesforce here. Out of this, I'm going with this Apex classes, this symbol, cloud symbol, which is nothing but retrieve source from org. Retrieve source from org. This is for the first time. When we are doing very first time, I'm doing this one. See, basically it is zero, right? Once I click on that one, I got these things, right? Fruit, training session, and training session one. These are the three classes that Akshit org have, right? These are the three classes that Akshit org have, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Now what you need to do after retrieving the very first time, please do observe again and again. I'm saying the very first time, go to the cloud symbol and retrieve from here. Whatever, not only Apex classes. If you have the Aura components, go there, Aura components, and retrieve. I think let us retrieve. I think it doesn't have any components, so no components. If you have already some LWC components built in, you can retrieve. If you want to get some custom objects, I think he has some custom maybe objects. See, I got all the objects, right, in the Akshit org. I mean Akshit's org. See, we are retrieving each and everything. So now go to this file. Now go to this file. Here nothing. Okay, once you done, automatically you will get it. Once you done here at cloud symbol, automatically we will get it. But you can ask me, sir, if any change occurs at developer consoles, what I need to do, right? See, this arc can be accessed at a time. Akshit can log in the same time. I am also can log in, and I can do some changes. So when you are doing some changes, always click here, right click. See, retrieve source from arc. Retrieve source from arc. I'll show you how to do. As of now, nothing. Now see, this is our developer. Where is our developer console? This is yeah, this is the Akshit one. Let us go to some his classes. See, within the fruit class there is nothing. Fine. Let us assume I came to developer console and I have written one query: list of account ACC list equal to, see, select id comma name. Simple query from account, limit 10. Okay, limit 10. I'm doing control s, save. I don't have this thing. Now go to your VS code. Now go to your VS code. Nothing is there, right? Here nothing is there. So how can I do that one? Just see, click on right click. Under this one we have retrieve source from R. Retrieve source from R. Click this one. What will happen? You can see retrieve source from R. See, automatically retrieved, right? Can you see here, guys? This is what I have written at developer console, right? Guys, isn't it? Please do respond.
Yes, sir.
Are you
Exactly.
right? Similarly, I can write here list of on contact. List of contact. Okay. So con list something. What is this? Why we are getting? Select ID, comma last name from contact. Okay, simple thing. Save it. Okay, I have saved. Now I need to move this to our Apex class, right? In my org, I am having this content. I need to deploy this content to org, right? I need to deploy this content to org, right? Same thing. Right click, deploy source to org. That is retrieving the source from org. This is deploying source to org. Deploy source to org successfully, right? So, but here in this case, you need to refresh one more time. You need to refresh one more time. Go to the fruit, open fruit class. Now I got the con list, right? Actually, I have written the code in my VS Code, right? Is this point clear? Deploying to and fro ways, getting retrieving the source and deploying the source. Yes,
Clear, sir.
everyone. So what you need to do, please do remember while working the first time, when you are working with the first time, see, when you are working with the first time, go to this cloud symbol. There you can see retrieve. If any changes are getting placed, if any changes are occurring, then go to here and check this one. Okay. If any changes are occurring, then go here and check this one. Right. These points are clear, right? How to authorize an org also clear, right?
Clear, sir.
You go through the video one more time, you can get it right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. So once you log in into, like, once you guys install this VS Code and Java and Salesforce CLI, then we can see, just go to go and watch some YouTube videos how to install Visual Studio for LWC. It is self-explanatory. Once you guys install and let me know, I can help you from your system. We can connect your org from my Visual Studio Code. I have connected to your orgs, right? I will help you to connect from your system to connect your orgs. Okay, right. Now let us get into the basic stuff. See, there is no component as of now. Let us say here create lightning web component. First component, my first CMP. When you click on this my first CMP, obviously put enter, enter, enter. Okay, guys, please do remember, when you create a lightning web component, three files will be created. Three files will be created. Basically in ARA, that is a previous interview question, they will ask you to bundle in the sense all these stuff. Bundle means a group, right? Here one HTML will become, JS will become, this meta XML. Forget about this meta XML. I'll tell you. I told you, right? I told you, right? All the HTML tags we need to do. Here I am writing HTML tags. Okay. Here I am writing HTML tags. In this part, I am writing JS. Okay. From JS, I can connect to Apex class. From JS, I can connect to Apex class. Then simple Apex class means model, SQL query. Once you are writing SQL query, which means SQL queries, which means nothing like which combines the controller to model, right? If you write select query means we are picking the value from model, right? Obviously, right? We are picking the value account records from database only, right? That is the flow. This is what we have discussed, right? Earlier this is what we have discussed. Can you see this one? See, LW view will be there, controller will be there. Sorry, this is controller. Two controllers will be there. We call it as, please do remember, client side controller. Okay, client side controller, we call it as server side controller. Are this point clear? Server side controller means Apex. You need to, what we can say, you need to, it's a thumb rule, you need to mug up like anything, right? Server side controller, if anyone says server side controller, Apex language. If anyone say client side controller, JavaScript. Client side controller, JavaScript. Server side controller, Apex language. Are these parts clear, guys? Any doubts? Everyone, I am repeating again and again. Is this point clear? Everyone?
Clear, sir.
Sandhya, you especially, you are a fresher. That's why I'm asking. Anil and Akshit. Right. Okay, cool. Hmm. Okay. What is platform development? I didn't get you. Platform as development or past you are asking about Akshit? I didn't get you, Akshit, your question. Platform developer. Yeah, platform developer means in generally, oh, you need to build the components and applications, right? Ask them like what are the technical skills they are seeking for? What is their expectation? Just can you ask them what is their expectation and you can ask them. Yeah. So let us tell you some basic stuff and I'll close this test session. Okay. Uh, right. We do have axis modifiers, guys. You know axis modifiers, right? I told you already when you are declaring public, okay, string. See, in JavaScript, guys, I'm again and again I'm telling in JavaScript, there is no question of, I'll tell you, no question. Here I will declare the variables. See, this is the JS. In this JS class, I am declaring the variables. Let us say emp name, semicolon, emp number, okay, semicolon, then emp age, semicolon, emp is active. This is a boolean type. Emp list. Okay, so you don't need to specify explicitly. You don't need to specify explicitly whether it is a string, whether it is a boolean, whether it is an integer, whether it is an array, whether it is an object. Okay, I am writing here. See, basic data types are two things. We have something called let and where. But what are the acceptable data types? What are the accept that JavaScript can accept? What are the data types that JavaScript can accept? See, I am writing here data types, which means in emp name I have directly given here Sandhya, right? In emp number, this is also I can give some 15, okay, whatever it is, integer. Okay, number I can give in a decimal format, 15.9. emp age 23, emp active, which means boolean, right? I am giving true. Okay, emp list I would like to give as array. See, I can take array. If you want to have some JSON data, emp data, like JavaScript object notation, I will tell you this thing. See, did I specify explicitly whether it is a string or integer, whether it is an boolean? No, right? This
No,
is
sir.
also I'll mention. If I give the string data, it will act as string. Okay. If I give the integer data, it will act as integer. If I give this, sorry, this is decimal, right? This is decimal. If I give their integer, if I give their boolean, okay, This is array. In array we are having some parts at this Java. See, array will consist this record. Our single record will store as this C. This flower braces very important. If you can see, if you put the system.debug now, you can see this all the stuff in Apex as well. Object, we can say it as an object data type, right? Are these points clear, guys? Everyone? Name, number, age, active list. Fine. Is this point clear? Guys, please. Are this point clear? Right. Now, see, whether it is public, private, protected, we have these stuff, right? So what will you say? We have something called decorators. Decorators in the JavaScript. There are three kinds of decorators we have. Interview question, that is, what are the various decorators we have? The first thing is wire. First thing is track. Any order. Track. Second thing is API, and we have wire. Fine. There are three decorators in the JavaScript. First thing is at track, API, and wire. I'll mention at the rate of track. Okay. I can mention inside this at the rate of wire. Okay. So not wire, at the rate of API. I am writing the points at the rate of API. What happened? Okay, for API, this always should be false. Okay. This is one drawback we have. Control Z. Okay. At the rate of, actually you can specify at the rate of API, but if you give API that then it will be false always. Instead of true, you need to give false. Now it is okay. For Boolean variable, when you are specifying API, this is false. Anyway, this I will discuss in future, no issue. See, which means, see, track equal to, I'm writing here, guys. Track means track equal to private. Okay. Track equal to private. API equal to public. API equal to public, right? Track equal to private, API equal to public. See, when I declare public string emp name, right? Guys, emp name, is it correct? I can give value this, nothing, no issue. Similarly, if I mention the track means private some integer I equal to 7. Any errors? Save it. Saved, right? See, anyway in JS we don't have this string and integer, right? Guys, anyway in JS we don't have this string and integer, right? There, as
Yes,
we
sir.
discussed. So directly I have given this track API. I mean track and API. Then whatever the variable I have declaring and giving the value. See guys, property string. If you can observe carefully, it's a property, and what is the type right side? Can you see the right side there? Mentioned string, right? Mentioned string, right? Guys, can you see right side on pop-up after emp name colon highlighted part?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right side string. Can you see? This is a number. This one also number. See, this is a boolean. This is like any array stuff. This is an object format. We call it as object. See, based upon the value, it is taking the data type. Up to here, clear? Everything?
Clear, sir.
Yeah. So we will see how to interact with server, and how to display the data. So those things will comes under this LWC basic. Mostly in 1 or 2 sessions I can finish that part. Okay, any doubts today's session? Any doubts? Practice. Okay, so let me know when you want me to start this advance, then only I can start, if you guys are satisfied only. Okay, bye then. Thanks guys, thanks for your time.